This is Mono. Burying the cat. Stephen Dunn. Her name was Isadora. And like all cats, she was a machine made of rubber bands and muscle, exemplar of crouch and pounce, genius of leisure. 17 years old, a neighbor dog had broken her back, and the owner called when he saw my car pull into the driveway. He'd put her in a plastic sack. It was ridiculous how heavy she was, how inflexible. For years I've known that to confess is to say what one doesn't feel. I hereby confess I was not angry with that dog, a shepherd who had seen something foreign on his property. I'd like to say I was feeling a sadness so numb that I was a machine myself, with bad cogs and faulty wiring. But I'm telling this 3 years after the fact. Nothing is quite what it was after we've formed a clear picture of it. Behind our house, there's a field, a half-acre of grass, good for the sailing of a frisbee. I buried her there. My thought was to do it before the children came home from school, my wife from work. I got the shovel from the shed. The ground was not without resistance. I put several stones on top, pyramid style, a crude mausoleum. What we're mostly faced with are these privacies, inconsequential to all but us. But I wasn't thinking that then. I kicked some dirt off the shovel, returned it to the shed. I remember feeling that strange satisfaction I've often felt after yard work, some evidence of what I'd done visible for a change. I remember that after their shock, their grief, I expected to be praised. After losses. Stephen Dunn. Around the time the living room became unbearable to look at, I took in 2 cats, a gray and a gray. It was after the dog died and the house was getting smaller. It was after I rowed the small boat into the seascape on the wall. After I invented the small boat. The cats ended all that for a while. I was happy to watch them, their speed and lassitude, how when they were asleep, I could touch them awake. But I began to hear the ho-hum in each purr. I was witness to the energy that misplaces itself until it's gone. Mine, not theirs. My dream, lying back with a superficial wound, every hour a nurse's breast glancing my arm. Such a nice passivity that finally isn't a life. Circles everywhere looked like zeros to me. I write this for you, who are surrounded by it now. The stasis that won't end. These afternoons when there's nothing to say and you say it in order to survive. I want to tell you, it ends. It just goes away. I remember a twitch in a vein, as if something lost were tapping on a wall. No, it wasn't that mystical. I remember something like joy coming with a fat pillow of its own. No, it ends. It just goes away.
Je serre le mic à m'embroyer les phalanges, mais c'est le seul moyen d'échapper à ce monde effarant. Je contemple les dernières ruines s'écrouler, et sur ma page laisse le restant s'écrouler. Au service de la rime qui me permet encore d'éprouver un peu de satisfaction. J'ai trouvé comment propager les notes et les accords, en évitant les mots que beaucoup utilisent à tort. Chaque fois on fait abstraction de nos corps pour laisser échapper un son bien particulier de nos cordes vocales, destiné à la sphère internationale ou locale, capable de déchiffrer les yeux fermés le schéma global.